Basing on what we see on the cameras, you seem to appear to be a peacemaker on the floor of the House, trying to calm down the members. What exactly happened?
The very unfortunate day of the 27th, I think, will live to be a regrettable day in the annals of Uganda's history, because I think it had never happened that Parliament had ever degenerated in terms of discipline to that level. But I will say this, I think the events of the 27th were not spontaneous. There was a build-up to it. And I think, in my opinion, even we Ugandans, those Ugandans who are not even members of Parliament, including the media, we contributed to that build-up. We should have come out very strongly to condemn those actions as Ugandans. But what did we do? Instead, we praised the actions. Newspapers, headlines, round one. We went out and said, round two. So you could see that there was that progressive build-up. So now, on the 27th, I think the promoters of that situation came prepared for round three for a knockout.
General Katumba Wamala was trying to be a peacemaker, turning also to box Honorable Zzake. What exactly happened? Because you are being blamed for boxing Honorable Zzake.
The behavior of Honorable Zaake in Parliament, ever since these issues came up, is for everybody to see how he has been behaving. I've never seen it anywhere in the history of the Parliament of Uganda that a member of Parliament would jump on the Speaker's table and put his legs up and start like he's doing gymnastics on the table. And he started attacking any person he would find in his way. It was like he has lost his sense, or he was on something which was really pushing him. And he started hurling chairs. I think your videos show this very well. He took the first one, hurled it over. Took the second one, threw it across. Now when he was going for the third, that's when I said, I turned and I actually practically grabbed him and said, Zaake,
enough is enough.
I'm going to beat you.
This was followed by arrests of a number of the opposition members who were whisked out.
Mu process eyo General Katumba Wamala we yaviriddeyo n'ankuba ekikonde.
I clenched my fist and I said, Zaake, I'm going to beat you. Actually, if you ask Honorable Kiza, the Honorable Member of Parliament, leader of the opposition, came and told me, Afande, don't beat him, let him go.
So you didn't box him?
I didn't box him. What I told him was, I'll box you. Because I turned aggressive. You may say, yes, my turning was aggressive because now the guy was acting like a lunatic, continuing to defile the Parliament. I know that there's been stories making rounds that I boxed him and then he fell down and then I went on him and pumped him until when he was in coma. Surely, I don't know why you didn't capture those. I don't know why you even didn't capture my blow landing on any part of his body. I did threaten him to box him. That one I'll tell you, and I can't deny it. And I don't regret it because he was going beyond what a normal human being was doing.
So, in your opinion, you think the sanctity of Parliament has been defiled?
Very, very, and it's very regrettable. And for me, I think the Honorable Rebecca Gadaga, with all fairness, did the right thing at that time. I've told you what I did, and I'm not regretting it, because I saw the House being totally defiled, in quotes. Because now the authority of Parliament was being challenged. Not once, not twice, but the third time, by the real members of Parliament who are supposed to protect the sanctity of that House. It was not rosy. It's not something we should be proud of. If tomorrow we see that house going up in flames like Paraguay and what happened in Burkina Faso, at this rate, if we go at this rate, that's likely to happen.
Are you going to let that happen? If it's happened, it is.
Well, of course we wouldn't let it happen. We should not let it happen. And it should not happen. But maybe that's where people want to go.
Do you think it was necessary to deploy the so-called SFC? Because we are told these are SFC boys. That's
a question you would ask the IGP, because I didn't participate in the deployment of the security detail. But was it necessary? Yes, on that day.
You know, Katumba, don't you think the speaker had another option to avoid that kind of fracas?
Which
by
option?
adjourning the house.
Until how long?
According to them, they are saying all these actions were prompted by Honorable Chibule, who allegedly came in with a gun.
I totally felt bad, and I hope that it is going to be proved true, that a member of parliament walked in parliament with a firearm. When you know the rules, what was it for? In the heat of things, suppose something had happened, it would have been regrettable.
It appears that we are going back into worse situation that even than what Obote and Amini did.
No, but who is taking you back? You are the ones who want to go back. Now, what worries me is that these are the future leaders of tomorrow. It was very hurting to see our dignified parliament being brought on its knees. Who are their role models now? We, the guys who are standing on the table of the speaker and kicking and throwing tables, chairs? Are we the role models of these young children?
Thank you, General Katumba.
Yeah.